has very strong connection to the Yumian community, and actually, I think he's gonna come up the Seattle area to go to the Yumian festival the end of August. Has very knows a lot of people, so he introduced me a lot of community people. So that's why I know a lot of community people, especially Asian American community people in California. But I don't have any connection here. So it was kind of like challenge for me to find stories here too. But I think since there's a Union Festival on August 24th, I believe, right? So yeah, that's why I talked to Mickey. I think it's still the great opportunity to highlight a lot of Union community stories to people. A lot of story our audience don't know about, never heard about Union community before. So yeah, that's why I reached out to you. And then also, thank you for sharing your opinion about the Union community's sensitivity regarding their stories. Because of this, uh, I didn't talk to Yalta Tonga. Correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, what? Yalta? Yalta. Yeah. So he reached out to me yesterday, because I think, yeah, but like Mickey, I think Mickey just called him, just reach out to me. I think because when I talked to Mickey, like, by the way, FYI, Mickey, like, I tried to reach out to him for several months and he never answered my phone. And his voicemail is full, so I couldn't leave any message. So, yeah, but I didn't talk to him because, like you said, I really want to be cautious considering, the sensitivity issue you mentioned. So I didn't talk to him. So yeah. So I know a little bit about the Yumian community because I mean they're uh, rooted in the like a region of the southern China to Laos, right? And then after Vietnam War ended, maybe I think this 1975 or something, and then United States offered a refugee rescue program, which gave Yumian and other group a choice to resettle in the United States. So when I researched it, by I think as August 2023, I think there's between 5,000 and 10,000 Yumian people living in King County, Washington State, with around 1,500 in Seattle area. So do you know any like specific population in Yumian community? And then do you know any expert who can talk about this population of the Yumian community? Yes, Washington State. We want to just focus on Washington State. But if it's really hard, then maybe if you know like expert in UW, like I can reach out to them too. I think it would be great for us to educate our audience the history of Yumian people. So yeah. So do you know any like expert who can talk about the population wise, or you can be an expert for us? Oh, seven to 10,000, you say? So where did you get that number? I'm just curious. Mm, 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 I see. Mm, mm. So you talk about data discrepancy, but like, have you guys any like you know request any funding to government or any effort you guys did? Mm. No, you might need to educate me. My family from Korea, so I know about Korean War and all the stuff, but what year is that? What year was that? Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. So there, those are Yumian people, the local people. Mm. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so I know I will maybe research about this secret word later, but I just want to because we don't have a lot of time, so I just want to focus on you. So tell me about like you, like when did you move to America? You can maybe you say you mentioned to me that you're the first generation Yumian refugee. So tell me about your immigration journey to the United States. Oh, really? So you came to Washington State, Seattle first, and stay here for a few months. How old were you at the time? Mm-hmm. So, so you know the Sacramento. I lived Sacramento like 2 years and a half because of my job, and then before that, I lived in the Bay Area for a long time. So a lot of my family is still in the Bay Area. So I'm the only one who moved to Seattle for this job. I was like, anyway, so you moved to United States in 1985, and then I know that all of that experience might be really difficult for you at the time. So you and your family located in Laos, near Laos, the Laos. Okay. And then you guys escaped by the boat. Oh my God. Okay. Oh yeah. Mm. 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 So the refugee camp is was located in the Thailand. Wow. So you guys escaped by literally like walking with a bamboo stick and from Laos to refugee camp in Thailand, and then from Thailand you guys maybe escape from Thailand to a different country like that. Mm, mm. Wow. In Thailand, right? And then after that, I mean, you guys obviously couldn't go back to the Thailand refugee camp. And then where did you guys go? Oh. So all of the camps were located in Thailand? I see. So when you like escaped with your family from Laos, how old were you? Oh my God, but still you can remember everything. Mm. I see. So I know like you talked to me, I mean, can you share your struggle with you mentioned to me in the email like you experienced racism and then maybe you can share uh some story with me related to that or other challenges you face living in the, unfamiliar country, you know? Mm, mm, mhm. And you have to see if you cannot read any paperwork law, like you cannot lease a sign, whatever, like right? Mm-hmm. Mental health. Mm. Mhm. Mm, mhm, mm, mm. I see. Look, thank you so much for sharing your story. I know that part because I immigrated here after graduate high school actually. A lot of my family is already like immigrant here, so that's why it was easy for me to just go to the Bay Area since my families were there. And I experienced when I was in college, oh my goodness, I experienced horrible stuff still in the current days. And then also, as a younger family member, always we have to be a like bridge, kind of like to taking care of our the parents and the aunt and uncle. I still see my aunt uncle's medical bill. And that's kind of like our kind of like culture too, like as a, the second generation. Yeah. Also, yeah, I have another question. So I think I mentioned this to you before in the email. The Yumian community is very like kind of real, very small compared to other Pacific Islander communities. So I want to learn more about the effort the Yumian community is making to preserve their tradition in Washington State. Oh, 1940? Okay. So when they write, it's a Chinese character, but when they talk, it's different. Oh, interesting. Okay. I see. So do you guys have any like special program? I looked through your kind of website and you guys maybe provide some like something literature program for younger kids so that they don't forget about the Yumia language. Do you guys do that? I think if we maybe produce, I'm gonna maybe bring this idea to my team, but I need to know everything about this, like your organization and the efforts too. So if we end up airing this story, I think my team, like my news director, want to air this right before the festival, and we can talk about the festival, right? That's good timing. So, um, but I want to know. I know you guys gonna showcase the first book at the festival, but do you guys have a plan? Anything like special in a program for younger kids to preserve like tradition? I saw that you guys do drawing stuff, like it's called the I'm Mien, something like that. So do you guys have any like something like program for younger kid to keep their, think about their identity as Mien? Yeah, but do you have any specific program in August? Because that's kind of important so that we can go out and, get some B-roll. We call the B-roll shoot as a video for the video. I see. Before the festival? If we want like maybe like can create something like class for the kid, like drawing classes or um a language classes. Could you guys maybe do that or yeah. Mm. The language. Mm, I see. Uh, so you talk about the expert of this language. So who's gonna be the? I know you guys want to produce this kind of book for the younger generation. So who's gonna be an expert to teach this Lumian language to the kid? I see. Wow. How about in the Washington State, not California? So where does he live? Oh, really? So if we will, we can talk to him about about the human language if we want to, right? Oh, I see. I see. So I want to ask you about this your organization, Mian International Enrichment Network. So when and why did you start this organization? Mm, mhm, mm, yes. Mhm, mhm. So okay, so do you know? Because I told you that I asked this to Mickey, like I saw that the flyer of this Yumian festival on August 24, and then I saw that Washington like state Yumian dancers were gonna be featured at the festival, right? So do you know any elder who teaches traditional dance to younger generation, or it doesn't have to be dance? I mean, I saw the videos. Oh my God, it's so visual. All of the color of the attire, like outfit, and then the head is so different than Korean culture. Oh my God. So, do you know any elder who, still dance and then teach traditional dance to younger generation? Oh. Yeah. Mm. Mm, I see. So do you know the elder who still like sew the make a traditional cloth? I know that like so dance is more like a kind of like fusion, kind of like I think the style. So I just want to learn more about what is like Vienn's like traditional stuff, like not dance. Okay, you talk about, the attire, the clothes, the traditional costume. So who is making like the elder who makes traditional clothes here in Washington State? Wow. I bet it's like it's very so, very like delicate. How can I say sophisticated? Like all of the detail of the mhm. Because I think I remember my previous station, we covered a story about in California, a lot of Mian owns a strawberry farm. Yeah, so we did a story about the strawberry farm in Sacramento area. And then do you guys have it here? I know the weather is totally different here, Washington State. Or any farm, like a flower or oh really? So what could you send me that like link kind of related to that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, what is it called? Pea patch? So is it like a pea? So there's a lot of like UVN kind of like participate in this project, huh? And they grow some like vegetable here, maybe flowers. So do you know anyone who still work in a pea patch? Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, if you can ask and then get back to me, it would be great. Yeah, because it was really hard to find. I mean, there's a lot of monks farmers here to raise like have like a lot of flower farms here, but it was really a challenge for me to find Yumian farmers here compared to Sacramento area because Sacramento area there's so many like strawberry farm owned by Yumian people. Um, oh really? Oh wow. See, yeah, there's so many Yumian people in the especially Sacramento area. I was kind of surprised at. Mm. I see. It's more like a community farming. Okay, I see. Mm, wow, yeah. Hello, can you hear me? I was lost you for a second. Hold on a second. My computer monitor just like turned off. I was kind of scared. Okay. Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah, so yeah, that would be great. But we were talking about costume. So besides costume, what is the most like kind of traditional stuff for Yumian community? Mm-hmm. Mm, mm. Yeah, it kind of similar to Korean culture. We don't call, especially for elder, like older than you don't call your older person as name. It's so disrespectful. So it's kind of similar, I think. Um, so we talk about the costume, and then do you know the meaning of the like this like traditional like costume, like a hat or any like design of the like this the clothes? Do you know the meaning like of that? So they kind of like you can kind of see where they're from. Okay. I see. I might ask about this to Sandy. I'm still waiting for that contact info. Since she's teaching the dance, she might know the what is the meaning of the this all of the traditional clothes. Yeah. So, do you know any young kind of generation people who try to learn this kind of like how to make costume or language? Like, do you know any young generation who try to learn from the older generation about the tradition? Yeah, I also want to hear about the young generation kind of opinion about like what is the meaning to you, this like keeping your, Yumian identity. Hmm. Mm. Yeah. So I just want to confirm with you. So there's no like a some special program in August, right? Like language pro. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, if you know some contact information about the this younger generation folks, I can talk to, that would be great. I just want to hear about their opinion. What does the Yumian, community mean to you? Something like that. I think that's kind of important because a lot of time, like second generation, they lost the connection to the, the ancestry, like, uh, the connection to the ancestors. So I think it's really important for me to hear from them the why is so important to them. Yeah. Yeah. Because I saw the some Union Festival video from last year, I think. And then in the video there was the Yalta that she because in the video he did like some like farming. That's why I was kind of Mickey introduced me this old gentleman. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Yalta Tonga. Yalta. So in that video, he did some like showcase some farming stuff. So I thought that he's like kind of like own some farming. Oh, I see. Oh, really? demonstrate the culture. Okay, I got it. Also, that's why I was so confused. I see. Okay, I may be confused with different people, but yeah, I see. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's what. Like my last name is Kim, so whenever people see the last name Kim, it's like I'm confused too. Um, so you talk about the population of humans. So how do you know all of this, like the population? Do you have like the data in your community or? So this data, you guys have it, but you guys didn't like uh openly, how can I say, put it in the internet or give it to the university or UW or something like that, right? Hmm. I see. So you say 7,000 to 10,000 people in King County or Washington State? Washington State. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, now it's already like 5:30. I mean we talk a lot. And this is great. All of this background is great, but I need to find. So I think I talk about this to make it too. So we can talk about this Yumian culture and highlight, the tradition, but I need to find some like personal stories. Um, but that's hard because like you say, is we you guys don't make a custom here in America. You guys import it. So there's no like, yeah. So I might have to ask Sandy, like, I know Sandy's mom is seamstress, but I need to ask Sandy about this traditional dance and costume and see if she's willing to talk to us. Um, yeah, no, not yet. Not yet. I want to talk to them, but I think Miki sent me an email back today, so I will maybe reach out to her and then leave some like voice message. Um, yeah, it's really hard to find elder who try to, pass down the traditions. I think if we, it's kind of like, since this is Washington State, it's kind of easier for us to find indigenous community who try to pass on the tradition, right? A lot of time they make their own costume here, and then they make their own like a drum as well when they do ritual ceremonies. So we cover the story. So I want to kind of highlight very small population of this Yumian community, like their traditions, how they pass down the tradition to next generation. I think that's kind of important for the story. So if you know anyone or younger generation who try to learn the traditions, that's gonna be great story as well. Yeah. Mhm. Mm-hmm. And what about food? Is there any Yumian food? What is it? So for Korea, maybe like kimchi is kind of known for kind of like one of the traditional food, I guess. But how about mian, Yumian? That sounds really good actually right now. What is the spelling for that? Lap? What's L? Let's see. Larb. 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 Okay. So this is like from like the Yumian people kind of traditional recipe. This one, the food. The, I say. Do you know someone who makes this one still in Washington State? Oh, really? I see. Because I tried to figure it out what kind of traditional stuff I can interest the audience, what is it more Yumian's kind of like traditional dish or costume or dance. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is a great. I got a lot of information, and I might need to like talk to Sandy and then ask about this like costume, meaning of costume, and then dance, and then I'm gonna ask her maybe if there are any like drawing class for kid. So yeah, this is great. And then if you know any young folks who wants to talk, you know, talk to me and let me know. Yeah. Yeah, it would be great. I mean, I need to talk to this, but to my team. But before that, I need to have like solid like character to talk about these community stories too. Um, I'm, I mean, right now it's just July 30. I hope that we can air this before the festival. But I know it's kind of like time is tight. But I know, but usually finding people is really hard. No, it's a video. So it's not article. I mean, I'm gonna write an article too, but it's gonna mainly is a video, 5 minute, 5 to 6 minute, more documentary film style video. So visual is very important. That's why I asked you. That's why costume and food and any like program you guys do for like teaching young kids about the Yumian language. So all of things like we call the B-roll visual. So that's why it's so important. Oh no, I missed that. Ah, I know. So we need to gather a lot of videos, and then we need to maybe find really strong character. Hopefully, elder who try to pass down tradition so that I can conduct a sit-down interview with camera too later. But I know it's kind of difficult. Pardon again? No, so process is like I reach out to different like people, like a pre-interview, gathering more information, and then I write the kind of pitch form. So we have a like pitch meeting once a week, and then I just present my idea to my team, and then if my news director love it, and then I just go out and shoot, and I fly drone by myself too. I usually write script, find a story, shoot and edit, fly drone. So I'm the one who usually go out. I wear multiple hats. That's why maybe they hire me. So, um, yeah, so that's why whenever I pitch to the story to the team, we need to find a solid character, strong character, because to lead a story. And then of course, I'm gonna interview with the expert or with you or any expert to talk about Yumi and community history too. We can introduce the audience. Our goal is educate people, right? But since we're medium, uh, we have like medium companies, so we have to find like more, think about the visual too. Yeah, yeah. That's why I tried to gather like this kind of information because like today meeting was great. Now I know a lot of stuff about the Yumia community. And I thought that this like dance is more traditional dance. Now I know it's kind of fusion. So this kind of like little detail thing is quite important when you produce a story because I don't want to, misinform any stuff like to the audience. So that's what I need to learn too. So this is a great. Mhm. Exactly. Yeah, I was like, that's not our costume. Like, that's not our traditional dish. So I need to like, as a producer, I need to research a lot. That's why it's important to talk to different people. I know you talked to me about the sensitivity about, a lot of like stories floating around. I understand it too. But for me, like as a producer, I need to, if I want to produce a story about Yumian community, it's important to know about their history and their food and everything. I need to know everything about Yumian community. Yeah, because that's my responsibility too. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for your time today. I know you're very busy. Already it's, oh my God, it's 5:40 p.m. Okay. Yeah, let me